How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. We are reacting to Jessica Jones, Season 1, Episode 9, aka Sin Bin. I assume it's like swear jar, sin bin, something like that. Sort of like, throw it on the pile. Yeah, I've done something bad, but throw it on the list of the other bad shit I've done. Something like that. Throw it in the sin bin. It's a weird way. I mean, I guess if Kilgrave's saying it, actually. Because that sounds like a British, bin. Yeah, so maybe. Okay. Let's get into the episode. If you want to see the full length, check it out on Patreon for $8 a month. Get it. That was a weird way of phrasing that. If you want to get the full length, it's $8 a month. You can get it. The link to it is in the Patreon below. Whatever. Let's move on. Is he going to be in the room or not? Did she take him somewhere else?
Jessica.
Water?
Sierra crying when he goes.
Why is she got water?
You lied to me.
Electric shock, maybe? Woo! Is this Simpson chasing after her? Oh,
Simpson,
Jesus
can you hear me?
Christ.
Kozlov.
I know, you'll only see Dr. Kozlov, but I called Metro General and he's not on staff.
Kozlov. Metro.
This is fun. She went down a one-way street.
What happened to him?
There was an explosion. He wants to see a Dr. Kozlov, says he works here.
Never heard of him. We need to start an IV. Let's go, people.
Who is this Kozlov guy? So, yeah, they do this to many
So you weren't
children.
the only lab rat.
Reva knew about this, didn't she? And that's why you wanted her dead.
I never touched that woman.
Where are these other kids?
He's good about keeping himself,
you killed for
know,
this video.
not saying.
You never thought to look for the other kids? Afraid of the competition?
Come on, you're a better sleuth than that. They're all in different labs. I was too busy looking for my own sadistic parents. They care about strange children.
So they're
Maybe you
also,
killed them
I
all.
assumed they were still out there.
I'm being held captive by a man!
What the hell are you doing?
You're making a mistake.
So she's going to him.
Car
I
on
guess, yeah,
41st
Simpson's
Street,
very injured right now,
surrounded
so. And also, he wants to just kill him, so. And Simpson seems to have some shit going illegally.
Evans may have bad taste, but we all decided to look the other way. It's better for everybody.
You can't ignore what you saw.
What I saw at that
It's
station
so interesting that they actually are getting into what they
all
thought.
kicked off the force as suicide risks if any of this should get out.
You have a chance of bringing in a serial killer.
And I'm 2 years away from a full pension. Thank you and goodbye, Miss Jones.
Good point.
696 Hackett Street, Apartment C. If you don't think Kilgrave's a threat, you won't mind if I give him your home address.
You wouldn't do that.
Of course not. Because I know that Kilgrave is dangerous, and so do you, or you would have kept walking. I can get him off the streets, but I need your help.
Unless you have positive proof that a crime was committed.
Is she gonna have to? No, she's gonna maybe implicate herself if there's footage of her killing Riva. Maybe she can get footage of that somehow. How would maybe because he got hit by the bus, he would have forgotten to go back and erase the footage like he normally does. Now she wants 90% looking over at Kilgrave.
Even if you take all of my money, it will not change how I feel about Pam.
I wonder if he can read lips too. I don't know why he would. Like, it's not something that his ability would,
Bitches, right?
know.
Trouble with your ex.
Oh, right, because
Wendy.
yeah.
Is it? Sorry, I was reading lips. Could be Randy, but I think not.
You know that if I did have abilities, they wouldn't be inherently bad. Just imagine what something like that could do. His powers of persuasion.
So we see this coming
Right
from a
in.
long way away.
He's too dangerous. Look at what he's done to you. What he's done to our friends.
Yeah, which is why you have to kill him.
Just stop.
Knew you'd come.
Dr. Kozlov, I'm Trish Walker. I brought Sergeant Simpson here.
Sergeant? I didn't expect to hear from you again. But I can see why you called.
and one back in.
Team ready? You need to leave.
I'll
What
stay until you.
is happening?
I'm not leaving
Trish,
him.
go. You have to end it.
What is wrong with you? You're insane right now, dude. What was any of that? I want back in. The team ready.
I, Jessica Jones, of sound mind and body, submit the following footage into evidence.
You will not! That was foreplay. I'm all in.
Then do something about it. Disgust me.
How? What is
All
he gonna
that power,
do?
You're too afraid to use it. Scared like a little mama's boy. Come on, Kevin.
And he's so
Big boy
easily.
from Mommy and Daddy.
So easily riled up.
I don't know what you mean. You have all the power here. I won't hit a woman.
No, but you'd rape her. Destroy her mind. Make her a murderer. Say the words.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, enough.
I loved you. I gave you whatever you wanted.
All you ever gave me was shame.
Whew.
And remorse.
Oh, right in the throat.
And pain.
She's gonna
I'm
shock
gonna hit the
Jessica.
switch.
And he's on the bed.
She is going
Oh.
to kill him.
Whew. She might have killed him there with that punch. Couldn't get any evidence, though. Like, the crying really gets to him. The baby stuff really gets to him.
What if you and I walked out of here right now? Locked the door and never came back. Just left him.
There's hope in
Hope could be a
prison.
Deal. I have enough.
That's
evidence
not a
far
good
away.
deal.
I mean it. As long as he has your attention, as long as you care, he's in control.
That could push him to the breaking point.
If we could find his parents,
If
she's a
they're
good
still
PI.
alive.
He thinks so. He looked for them for a long time.
Should have hired a PI. What?
Hmm?
Jess?
Shoemark made her realize something?
Accountability. Because when Kilgrave was in control, I wasn't accountable for what I did. Even though at the time I really wanted to do it. So, how do I take responsibility for anything?
So, someone that was a part of the group. I can't believe that. So that's what they meant by not impossible.
He just listens, like you, and that's okay.
I want to hear Betty's story. When did you meet Kilgrave? A long time ago? Would you say that
What
you know
happened to
him
her face?
intimately? Have you seen
Something
him
Kilgrave
naked?
related?
No, Jessica.
Wait for it. It'll be good.
No, this is a victim support group.
Not everyone here is a victim.
Sorry. I've got to go.
I mean, like, this was a good idea to get her to this place, but it seemed a bit. You should have explained to those people real quick.
Go back to that group. Help those people.
Yeah.
That's your
we-
superpower.
Hell yeah, man. Come on. Help those people get over their trauma. That is what you can do.
Only a
That,
matter of
I
time
love
before
that
he
scene.
found us.
Come on, let's go.
Stop moving.
I'm sorry, Albert. You were right.
Hi, Dad. The test. You
What
tried
is
to
going
play
on there?
God.
We tried to save him.
They still got shit going
Kevin
on.
was born with a degenerative neural disease. He'd have been brain dead before he reached 12. His only hope was an experimental study using a virus to repair his damaged DNA.
So you infected him? Wow. I wish I had a Mother of the Year award so I could bludgeon you with it.
We loved our son.
So you put him through
We wanted
all
a
that.
cure, and we found one. We didn't know about the side effects until
Until things got bad
And you jumped ship.
No, we stayed and lived with it. We carried out his every childish demand for years.
He was throwing a tantrum, but I was busy ironing, and I never should have yelled at him, but...
We were living in fear, so we ran. We've been running ever since.
Well, you could have told someone. Or done something. Yours aren't the only lives that little Kevin has destroyed.
I'm going with her, Albert.
You're not going alone.
Good, at least we're not having to force them. They're coming along.
I'm checking on a patient, Will Simpson.
Yeah, what the hell happened there?
I doubt he's conscious.
Simpson here.
You sound all right.
Yeah, he sounds fine as shit.
Was a guy.
He's got something supernatural on
I
it,
see
right?
you again.
Something? What is it, this doctor?
With Jessica? With him? I know you won't do it.
I'm not like you.
It's a good thing. Now you get out of there. Get out of town.
Okay, yeah, so he was just like not in his right mind there.
Give me a red.
You had a red this morning. We altered protocol after what happened in Damascus. One red to get you going. 2 whites to keep you even. 1 blue to bring you down.
So it's like super steroid sort of thingies.
Glad to have you back. We're going to do important things together.
What the hell? This is so much cooler than I was expecting. Simpson to be. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but he's gonna immediately pop more reds. Of course he is. And he's going 3. He's just going to immediately feel like, alright, kill yourself. He was like, damn it, so close.
Have they been giving you enough to eat?
You might as well ask who fed me when I was 10. Or 14. Or 25. You never cared then.
Kevin, sweetheart.
I used to wonder if you thought about me growing up. Begging for scraps like a dog. Or if you worried about when I got sick. Or when I was scared. I was all alone, Mum.
At what age was
I
it?
had to make people feed me. And shelter me. And care for me. That's how I learned to survive.
Bollocks, Kevin. You always knew how to give orders. Telling us when to eat, when to sleep, when to piss.
No. Albert.
Oh, Dad, I've changed.
Have you?
Jessica taught me to help people. I was 10, I had a tantrum like a normal child. I didn't know what I was doing. You didn't explain to me, you just left.
If he had no idea what his powers were, then...
I will never leave you again.
Louise, remember what he did.
He's our
She's
son,
crazy.
Albert.
Oh, they're not gonna get any damn evidence.
I am so sorry.
What is she gonna do?
I'm so
She's just gonna
sorry.
kill him because she's like,
Get them out now!
Not yet.
You're our responsibility. We have
did nothing.
got to stop you.
If that was your attempt to kill him, that was the worst attempt in the world.
Mum. Pick up the scissors.
No.
Stay there, Dad. Take note.
But
she did it.
She did what?
It's on tape. He didn't see it. It's not enough. This won't work. Pull him out now.
For every year that you left me alone,
No.
stab yourself.
Jessica. Oh, because the ketchup. The ketchup. He might have done something.
Everybody out! Run! Go, run!
Get me out of these!
Just the keys! I need to...
Let this police officer go! This is just what he wants.
Please, please, don't just stand there, Dad. Pick up the scissors.
Oh, this is gonna go so badly. So badly.
No, not him too.
Okay. No! That's the worst.
Put it in your skull, Patsy.
Woo!
Follow me, detective.
No! No! You son of a bitch! Getting this man involved. That's the worst outcome.
Let go of me, Jessica. Get her off me, detective!
Right. Okay, so it's confirmed now. She's not affected by it. For some reason. Oh, this poor ass damn Detective Clemens. If he gets away. Now find him. Where could he have gone in this short amount of time? But now she's remembering, like, did I just kill him for... Was she not listening to his order in that moment? Like, what broke it? Why would it have been between these two? But yeah, brought that up when it first happened. We've been saying that's why he has seemed so scared of her. Glad she has now realized it herself. Okay. Whew. But doesn't change the fact that he's out there. Unbelievable. Okay, I'll see you guys the next episode. Till then, get the fuck out of here. Okay, so, once again, this is like the third episode in a row that, well, I guess not. I guess the episode prior to that wasn't. It was very Kilgrave focused, but it wasn't Jessica and Kilgrave together focused. But second episode, I guess, there in a row, with it being almost entirely just Jessica and Kilgrave together, with cutting to the other characters, but only spending a little bit of time with them. You know, giving a good 80-90% of the episode to Jessica and Kilgrave. And I really appreciate that. I personally love shows with a large cast more, but you know, there's something special about the shows that really focus on a dynamic between two characters primarily, and then everybody else sort of revolves around them.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot more on Kilgrave's past this episode. I wasn't expecting to get as much as we got in this. And they keep, like, every time we get a little bit more, I keep, you know, jumping to, like, an assumption that is then immediately turned on its head every time.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah. And how do you feel about his parents?
Oh, boy. Like, I was also thrown for, like, loop after loop after loop.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, that's a, like, I genuinely don't know if they're lying or not with even the stuff they've said. Like, we seem to have hit this equilibrium of they thought they were doing something good, but at the same time we have video evidence of them being so very cruel. It could be a, you know, we had to do bad things but for an overall good reason.
Yeah, like the way they acted towards him was definitely not loving. It was definitely more like a punishment that he was, you know, having to go through and anything. They were definitely awful parents.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything. As Jessica also says, regardless of anything, what they have done is incredibly irresponsible, not as parents, but just as people.
Yeah.
To just let this, you know, happen as it has. Incredibly awful parenting, and not, if he is, again, they throw out a lot of lines that the other person doesn't argue against, so I want to take it as that is true, but just by nature of these characters,
Right.
at any point they could be lying.
Yeah. Plus, like, from Kilgrave's perspective, we don't know what he would call out, in regards to his parents, because we don't know what he knows about them.
Yeah. And, I mean, I was specifically thinking to him calling out that he never knew he even had these powers. I thought that he figured out he had the powers when they first activated it, during the experiment on him. But it doesn't seem like that, according to him. That he didn't know what, like, he probably knew something, but he didn't really know what was happening.
Yeah.
I assume. He probably just thought, I guess, my parents are listening to me now. I don't know. Like, what would you think? He doesn't really have any context of the outside world. Like, I really like that they built Kilgrave up as being this extremely evil person, when it turns out that he just doesn't really even know what he's doing for a lot of stuff. Or he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't know what he's doing morally.
Yeah.
Like, blowing the guy's brains out was not him being like well, this guy is evil, so I should blow his brains out. It was just well, I'm done with this guy.
Right.
Yeah. It's so interesting seeing him just be a lot, how evil he is. A lot of it is ignorance towards emotions in general. It's just fascinating as a character. But yeah, and not knowing his ability for so long, doing it made, like, I can understand where they're coming from, where they're like, oh, well, if we tell him, then it might get worse or something. Whereas if we don't tell him, then, maybe everything will be fine forever. But yeah, it's not telling him, obviously, is going to make something bad happen, like the iron.
Right.
If he doesn't know what his powers are, how is he going to know that that's what's going to happen?
Yeah.
And so it's I wonder when he did figure out what his ability was. Like, when he initially said, like, I had to beg for food and everything like that, I was thinking, like, well, I mean, you didn't beg for food. You said, can I have food?
Right.
But, like, as a child, he might have been begging for food and just thinking people were giving him food because he was begging for food.
Yeah.
Again, I wonder if we're going to see the moment when it if he's going to have, like, a moment like Jessica did at the end of this episode where she was like, I wasn't affected. I wonder if we're going to see that, if he had a moment like that, or if it was just an accumulation of just slowly he started to realize what it was. But, yeah, I'm not sure which it'll be. But well, let's talk about the end then too.
Yeah.
Jessica, like, I'm glad that she has now realized it herself. I understand why, as a character, especially because memories are hazy and all that, and just the kind of memory it is, you don't want to be reliving it. But yeah, like, this is obvious to me from very early on.
Okay.
But I think it's nice now that we have that Jessica and Kilgrave both have been reminded of it again.
Right.
Like, Kilgrave, I've always, has been saying, like, the reason why he's been running, like, he knows that she can't, or that he's afraid that it's going to happen again, and now it happened again.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Even I did not think that she was immune. What I thought was just, in that moment during the bus crash, like, it was a single traumatic event, but apart from that, like, it wouldn't happen again.
Yeah. But, like, that, I mean, like, it's not that she's immune.
Right.
It is something specific now that has happened. But it's not like once you've been under his effect, you can't be under his effect again. It's not something like that. So, because we have seen his parents, and well, no, I guess not Malcolm.
I mean, yeah, Malcolm. Because, like, Malcolm said that, it would be over 12 hours from the last time they'd met.
Yeah.
So, like, it would have been Kilgrave hitting him over and over again each time.
No. He's saying that Kilgrave got him once to get him hooked on the drugs, and then him just coming back for the drugs was why he was going back constantly.
Yeah, but even then, like, I kind of assumed that Kilgrave would tell him each time, using his powers to go take pictures of Jessica.
I don't think so. No, because he says that he knows he was doing that.
I mean, everyone knows what they're doing when he's using his powers, though.
But no, I mean, like, Malcolm specifically said that, like, what he was doing was of his own free will. The only thing that Kilgrave did to him was getting him hooked on the drugs.
Okay.
Because then he even, goes to the park and has to meet with a separate party that knows where Kilgrave is. Because he doesn't have the orders to just go meet me.
Right, right.
Or I'm not sure if he can even do that. Which, again, actually that's a very good point, because at the end of this episode, Detective Clemens, he says, "Come with me, detective." But Jessica knocks him out. Depending on how long he's knocked out, almost certainly not 12 hours. When he wakes back up, is he just going to go to Kilgrave? Or is it going to be they can only do what they would feasibly know how to do? Right. You can't tell them what is that area, what's in Area 51. But they don't know, so they can't tell you.
Right.
If he doesn't know where Kilgrave is, he shouldn't be able to follow him. Maybe, maybe there is some thing to his power that is an actual connection or something.
Perhaps.
I don't see that happening, but that's the only way that they might be able to immediately follow him. Otherwise, I'm not sure how else they're going to follow him. They also have to just hold Detective Clemens somewhere.
I mean, they're going to have to hold Trish somewhere.
No, because she did her thing.
No, she didn't.
I guess
he said put a bullet in your brain, or put a bullet in your head.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't. I was thinking he didn't say put the gun to your head and pull the trigger.
Right.
He did say put a bullet. So yeah, but she did look like it was over. But you're right, that shouldn't have been over.
Right.
But I was thinking it's not that it always lasts 12 hours. It can last until you're done the task.
Yeah.
Sometime. Well, is that true? I guess he just has to give you another order.
Yeah, or if your order finishes, then yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, because he can ask Jessica a question under the mind control, or ask somebody a question, and they sort of stay in it. Or he can, while giving an order, give another order on top of, add it to the stack of orders.
Yeah.
But I guess, once all orders, I guess it's a vicinity thing, too. When he's...
Time and distance.
Yeah. So, even if he's giving you one order, as long as he's in the vicinity, you're still under his control.
Yeah.
Ostensibly. Like, the cops wouldn't, the last episode, the cops wouldn't go back in and be like, wait, why did we do that? They would, while he's still in the area. It wouldn't be till they left the area that they would be like, wait, why did we do that? Also really nice seeing the cops talking, Clemens talking about the joke.
Right.
This episode, that I was like, how does that work? How do they think that it's all a joke? Like, it makes you think that you want to do it, but afterwards... you still remember that feeling of wanting to do it, but you mentally know that, I didn't want, I know now that I wouldn't have wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But, the joke thing, how does that work? And it's more of in the moment while I'm right here, you guys are going to think it's a joke legitimately, but then once the effect wears that off and you have the time to worry about it, you're like, why was that a joke? What the fuck were we doing? You know what? Like you said, we're all fired if this happens. So, not gonna say anything about it.
I do imagine, with a lot of things in real life, people will subconsciously rewrite their memories after the fact when they think about it, to give themselves a better motivation or to make things make more sense. So I imagine with a lot of things, the poker scene, for instance, a few episodes ago, he told them all, this is, y'all folded, you're going to tell everyone what a crazy night this was.
Yeah.
And then in hindsight, I think most of those guys wouldn't say it to themselves as some guy made us all fold. They'd think of it as, wow, we all folded. Why'd we do that? I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The police are going to think the same thing as, why did we put our... they are going to think, why did we all fold? Right. They're not going to remember we were told to fold, but they are going to remember...
That was a big prank.
They're going to remember the folding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like the police, they remember the prank happening, but they are still open to questioning why the fuck that would be a joke.
Right.
So I really like that because we were questioning that last episode. So his powers, I like getting the actual explanation on them because their mind control is so crazy hard to actually explain in universe and give rules and logic to. I think a lot of times you just have to kind of go with it. It's just all all encompassing mind control. But yeah, I love getting the sort of defined nature of it. And so him just this whole episode knowing that it's better off if I just bide my time I'll eventually have a chance to get out of here. And like, even when Hogarth was coming, he wasn't like, you know, hurry up. He was just like, it's better if I say nothing and just be neutral and let the situation unfold as it will.
Yeah. Because, like, from an outside perspective, there is really nothing, up until his parents, there's nothing to suggest that he is a villain at all. Like, he does a very good job of making it feel like he is just a victim. Like, he doesn't let on that he understands what's going on. He always plays, like, even when he's talking to Jessica, he'll say something that is emotionally impactful, while at the same time leaving enough leeway to interpret it as, you know, this doesn't mean anything, because it's all being recorded.
Right, yeah. I'm trying to remember if he does, like, not commit to anything like that, but, I'm trying to remember. Like, when, I guess he's implying stuff, but not saying it. Like the rape I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like, he was implying a lot towards that, but I guess he never, you know, said anything. Because that would also just be a crime in and of itself, so, yeah. But yeah, he, as I said, he had total control over that entire situation, even when he had no control over it. Even when he had no way out. Like, for that the whole time, he had no way of knowing how he was going to get out. He's not like, I got a plan. He's just like, my plan is wait and see what happens. The longer I wait, the longer I can, you know, do this. I can get out.
By the way, like, how did you feel about Jessica in the early part of the episode? Like, we had the big flip where she went from, you know, being in Kilgrave's house and barely consenting to anything, or, you know, Kilgrave allowing her to consent, to this situation where she is 100% the aggressor, like, in this small bubble of a situation.
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, she is just straight up torturing him.
Yeah, I mean, good. I feel no sympathy for him at all.
Okay.
I don't feel like you know, he's gone through stuff. Fuck him.
Okay.
Like, yeah, he's had plenty of his own problems and everything like that. But, like, I imagine that Luke Cage has probably gone through the exact same thing. I assume that's going to be the big twist, is that Luke Cage is literally in the exact same program that he was in, and he's turned out fine. You know, as Jessica says, her parents have died, and she isn't going around raping everybody.
Right.
You know, forget the power side of it. Like, it's just having... You can make an excuse all you want, but you're still responsible for your own actions.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, fuck him. I don't give a shit. No sympathy. I think it's very fascinating as a character perspective. But as far as sympathies go, fuck him.
Okay.
He's had plenty of I mean, and again, we'll see if we ever get a time frame on the bomb thing. But, you know, we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
But it seems like they were implying with that even after the whole maybe hero arc thingy, that he was still just like, blow him up with a bomb.
Right. It's
like he doesn't care. He's not gonna change. I think I don't know. It's not entirely that he is missing this moral compass. Like, some of it is he does act so much like a child in that like institute when he's like curling up into a ball and everything. But there is just like the Patsy put a bullet in your head. Like, there's no reason for him to do that. That is pure evil. That's not having a moral compass or anything. That's just him being evil.
Right.
So like, as much as he wants to, you know, as much as I say that, I love him, that, you know, that a lot of his character is this just being ignorant towards emotions and blah, blah, blah. He does still have moments of just being vindictively an asshole. And I think that's a good point too. Yeah, he doesn't have a moral barometer, but he also is just a fucking asshole.
Okay.
So Malcolm being the sort of organizer of the Kilgrave victims group is perfect for his character. Like, again, I love his actor. His actor is amazing. Like, for his role in the series, he doesn't have like these big emotional I mean, it's just that he plays the two different versions of Malcolm, like him on drugs and him off drugs, so well. And like, when he gave that like motivational speech, it felt impactful. You know, sometimes you can give a motivational speech, actors can give a motivational speech and it just feels dry.
Sure.
You know, but I really like Malcolm as character. For a character that doesn't, you know, he's not a big character. He's there. But his actor really, and same with Hope's actor, they really sell their roles. They're very small-ish roles in the grand scheme of things, but they really sell them because they are very pivotal emotional characters. Right. Malcolm is the pivotal emotional character for the Kilgrave victims, and Hope is, I guess, the same thing, but just the one facing the consequences for them. Whereas Malcolm are all the ones that actually, got off easy, quote unquote. But I'm not sure about the guy with the jacket still there. Like, I said everybody needs to come forward with any information they have, at the time. But now, why is he still here?
Something there.
We already got we got the, yes, Kilgrave stole your jacket. Okay, we got that information. If we need your testimony, we'll come get you. I don't know why you're in a support group.
That was an expensive jacket. Still traumatized.
So Simpson.
Oh boy,
Simpson.
Yes.
You can't talk about Simpson because you've read the comics, so
sure.
Although you don't know what's happening with him, you have guesses as to something. I don't know what I don't have any guesses, right? I haven't, I don't know a character that he could be or anything. There's Dr. Kozlov. He's got the pills, makes him bring him up, neutralize him, or stabilize him.
Yeah, it keeps him there.
And downers. I don't think he called them uppers and downers, but what did he had a specific phrasing. Yeah, he had a specific phrasing that was basically like that. But yeah, it's interesting that it's not just the classic, this is just a temporary steroid type thing. It is like it's permanent, and then he has to take one to stabilize him, and then one to bring him down.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to take one red. He took 3 in total, because he took the one the first time and the 2 afterwards, and no whites. So I'm not sure, one, we don't know anything about this at all.
Yeah.
But we've never seen it stable, and now he's not doing it stable. I do like normally they show you the effects of it, and then they immediately do the big taking more anyway.
Right.
Like with Incredible Hulk, Blonsky.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I like that this is just straight to, I'm skipping 2 of the rules. Or basically, overdosing and not stabilizing it.
And this is different from what presumably Simpson's used to anyways. Because Dr. Kozlov told him it's different now.
Oh.
Like he said, it's different now, and then he explains how they work.
Hold on. Actually, I want to rewatch that scene really quick.
Okay.
He says, give me a red, and then he says, we altered protocol after what happened in Damascus. So, not that this is new stuff. This is the same pills that he's used to.
Okay.
It's just that before he could take multiple ones, but something happened in, where's Damascus?
I believe Greece.
Okay. And that's interesting. But anyway, so yeah, while they were there on his military career, he did that. Something terrible happened. That's the thing he's trying to hide from the police.
Right.
And just like what he regrets in general, it seems like. But yeah, so it's not that this is new drugs.
Yeah, it's just that the protocol is different now.
Yeah, so now he can only take one, but then he's like, no, I'm doing it again anyway. So I guess he's not. This is actually. This is not him overdosing, quote unquote. This is him just taking the old amount.
Yeah, like he's doing what he's used to doing.
Yeah. It's just him drinking Coke with cocaine in it. He's like, no, you can't have the cocaine anymore. And he's just like, give me that cocaine and pour it in here. But yeah, okay. So I don't know if he's used to the whites and the blues or not, but yeah. So I don't think he's going to turn into some. I think it's going to be like the Blonsky first round thing, where he's just he's not Captain America super soldier, but he is super soldier, right? He can run faster, he can hit harder, he's got better reflexes, not to the level of a peak human, not even to the level of like a super Olympian or anything, but just a super soldier, a peak soldier.
Sure,
really.
Sure.
And so I assume that's what this is going to be, This is super soldiers as realistic as you can get. Probably not even in our world, you know, obviously. But in terms of them just feeling like a like Batroc maybe, but like you know, higher. Like Batroc, if he could, Batroc's flexibility for a normal, you know, super tough military guy.
Okay.
Right. I guess, but then you also have to have the little bit of super speed in there. The super speed's hard. No one in real life has super speed.
I mean, super speed is just kind of strength, but applied differently.
Yeah, Blonsky also didn't have super speed. He ran fast, but I guess he... Yeah. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't think he ran faster than, like, Usain Bolt or anything. So, I don't think so. And I'm not sure how they would film that, especially back then anyway.
Right.
So, yeah. Either way, I think that might be going. I doubt it'll tie into the Blonsky thing. It's probably going to be a different thing entirely. But you know, the government's always trying super soldier shit.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, they got it once with Captain America. That's super appealing. Like, you would want to keep on trying.
Yeah. So I mean, and the fact that Captain America has lasted 70 years for them, granted not in total, but they're like, that's some real bang for your buck. So
yeah,
we want to get that again. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens there. I don't think, what I'm saying is I don't think he's gonna Hulk out. I don't even think he's going to get Cal and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't even think he's gonna be like that. I think it's just gonna be he's gonna look like Blonsky did. You know, he's just gonna be buffer and a little bit swoller, but not like to where he looks like a monster or anything.
Okay.
And yeah, man, getting Detective Clemens involved in this, like, as opposed to a younger officer or, you know, someone who is not about to retire, the classic. I understand why they did, because he already has the connection. He knows, like, he's suspicious of her already and stuff. But, man, I just knew, like, I was just like, God damn it. They had to throw, like, you already knew it was going to happen, and they had to throw in, like, I'm 2 years away. And it's like, oh, son of a bitch. You gotta be kidding me. And as soon as they handcuffed him, I was like, oh, no. That was such a great panic scene there at the end where as soon as she hits that button, it doesn't work. Like, I'm not sure if we're going to, like, if that was just a coincidence. Like, what did you think? Was it?
I mean, like, you mean just specifically the fact that it doesn't work?
When she hit the button and it didn't work that specific time, like, okay. it all short circuited.
Okay, I think that was a coincidence.
Okay, I don't know if they might reveal next episode that the ketchup help me thing was just a distraction as he was using the ketchup to do something on the wire. So I'm not sure if we saw it shock after. No, we did because of Jessica was in there with him after that.
Yeah.
So okay, no, it can't be it. Huh. That was my big prediction, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, like, there wasn't a scene after that. Well, wait. When Jessica was knocked out, like, who else was in the room? Was it Hogarth and Hope, or was it...
You mean, Trish?
Yeah, Trish.
When she was knocked out, that was Hogarth and Trish, right? Because if it was just Trish there, then I don't think she would be... No. Because Trish was the one who had her hand over the button. I feel like Hogarth would have her hand over the button if it was Hogarth and Trish.
Right. It's...
She'd be more skeptical. I think...
Because I'm trying... Like, the implication, of course, is that Hogarth was the one who cut it. I mean, it's...
But I don't think so there. No.
Okay.
I don't think Hogarth would do something like that. Also, I think she had that idea in her mind right at that point when she decided to do it.
Okay.
You know. Anyway. Anything else I got here? No, I guess that's all my notes. Do you have anything else you want to say about this episode specifically?
Did we cover everything? I feel like we did. We were pretty...
I think so. This is just such a cool fucking concept for a thing. The hermetically sealed chamber and everything. Like, this feels to me like what everybody talks about with superheroes. Like, when they talk about, like, oh, if this superhero fought this superhero, blah blah blah, and they always get to, like, if you just put him in a hermetically sealed tube, and it's always like, why the fuck would they do that? Where are they gonna get a hermetically sealed tube and they're gonna hook up electricity with water and put him in there? Like, are you crazy? How would they do this? And Jessica Jones is like, hold on a second, okay?
It was also, like, first of all, I just love the title of the episode, Sin Bin.
Yeah.
And that we spend the whole episode around the Sin Bin, so it's such an easy way to be like, what episode was that? Oh yeah, Sin Bin.
Wait.
I took it as this was the Sin Bin.
But the Sin Bin is a rugby term.
Yeah.
But, like, you're saying this is also
the Sin
I
Bin.
mean, sure. I guess. But they just... I can see, yeah. I was trying, okay, sorry. Let me explain my thought process here. I was trying to think of, were they in the tape saying Sin Bin also as a, talking about the rugby term, but also referring to it to him as a real place? But no, because they did say, Eric doesn't cry when he goes in the Sin Bin, or I can't remember the exact phrasing, but nothing related to him.
I mean, I thought the implication was, they're holding him down, he's crying, and then they said, Eric doesn't cry when he goes in the Sin Bin. As you shouldn't be crying because of this situation.
I think that's more of a just men don't cry thing.
See, because that's kind of how I interpreted the entire episode, was that, that was the Sin Bin for him as a kid, and now, like, as of right now, he's back in there, and then they even get his parents to go back in with him.
Why would that be the Sin Bin?
Because it's an enclosed space full of bad things. A Sin Bin.
Why would they call it the Sin Bin?
Metaphorically.
Okay. I mean, but they seem to try and justify themselves a little bit, so they don't seem like they would be calling this place the Sin Bin. Like, they're waiting for him to mess up before they give him an electric, shock or something.
I mean, they are waiting for him to mess up so they can send him to prison.
What?
Yeah. They're trying to record him.
No, his parents.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his parents, I don't think would be waiting for him to sin before experimenting on him to save his life.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, like, they were saying that, like... Like, what I'm saying is that the hermetically sealed tube is the Sin Bin in this point in time.
Okay, but what are you saying it is in the
It's just a rugby term.
Okay.
It's just we're now applying that term metaphorically to what's happening here.
Okay, yes, that is what I said. I thought you were arguing against that.
Okay, no, I wasn't.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, the past 5 minutes is unimportant, unlistenable. Okay, whatever. I'll just end it. I don't think that conversation mattered at all.
I think it mattered.
Did it? What did we even say about Sin Bin? I've come to no conclusion.
That he was crying before, and his parents were like,
be a man.
What's his face doesn't cry when he goes in the Sin Bin, and now it's like 30 years later, and Kilgrave's finally in the Sin Bin.
Sure. Yes.
Yes, that's all I wanted to express.
Okay. Okay, that's it for this one. That was a weird ending.